Well, hey there. What if I told you that freedom from chronic pain, relationship conflicts, and even depression and anxiety is closer than you think? That it's actually been within reach all along, except it's just been hidden in plain sight. My name is Beatty Carmichael, and I come from a line of 7 generations of medical doctors. People focused on setting people free through healing and restoration. And though I never became a doctor myself, what I learned is about 8 years ago that I actually carry the same mantle of setting people free. It was about that time that God started sending me on a journey to understand spiritual laws that govern many of life's most challenging problems. And as I started to apply these laws, I started to see God do miraculous results. Chronic pain disappeared, addictions broken, depression lifted, and lives restored. I then started to teach others how to apply these same spiritual laws in their lives, and guess what? They started getting the same results that I was getting. But don't just take my word for it. Listen to what these people have to share.
I was been addicted to drugs for over 20 years. Lost my job. Everything just kept seeming to get worse and worse, going along. Been in jail because of my addiction. The pain in my feet where I couldn't walk. Pain in my legs where I couldn't sleep. Then my vision started going, and it was just a really hard time. After I did the Prayer of Freedom, I had, my addiction level went from a 10 to a 0. My pain in my feet went from a 10 to a 0. I had vision problems, and I went from a 10 to a 0. Everything that was ailing me has completely gone away. Now I can walk, I can sleep at night, I can see, and I'm no longer addicted to drugs. And I can say I'm free from every bit of it. And I recommend it to anybody.
I used to play college football many years ago, and I hurt my hip when I was playing football, and they told me eventually I would need to have a hip replacement. It was probably close to 30 years ago, and I called a friend of mine. We got talking about my hip, and I shared with them the pain that I had. At that point, I was literally using a crutch every single day, even around my house. And then he asked how the pain in my hip was, and I said, it's probably an 8 or 9 right now. And he led me in what I've now learned is the Prayer of Freedom. He said, now stand up and tell me, what your pain level is. And I stood up. I stood up and I had no pain. I literally couldn't even answer him because I was crying. It was the first time in years that I hadn't had any pain, and I literally had 0 pain. I started walking around my house without my crutch, and I just had no pain. It was just life-changing for me.
Those results are why I wrote the book, The Prayer of Freedom. And The Prayer of Freedom isn't just a normal book or novel. It's actually a roadmap, a simple, step-by-step process to help you learn and apply these spiritual truths into your own life so you can receive breakthrough from chronic pain, anxiety, depression, or anything else. And as I've conducted multiple tests using this approach with other people, what I find is nearly 9 out of every 10 people get immediate breakthrough from the issues that they struggle with. And so this is now your chance to break through from whatever you're struggling with as well.
I have been married for almost 12 years, and our marriage has not been smooth sailing, to say the least. It has been a tumultuous relationship. We just have all these challenges. We fight over whatever the situation is. We just bicker. We bicker. I heard about the Prayer of Freedom from a friend. My husband had started the book before me, and he could tell how impactful it was, and he thought it could help me as well. As I started reading the book, so many light bulbs have gone off. The main thing is the level of peace that I have in my life. It has totally brought us back together after having this Prayer of Freedom. We were having fun again. We were definitely more calm than we've ever been. So much calmer. I'm more relaxed. I feel more at peace. And it was the best month in our marriage of 12 years. It was pretty amazing. Life is just more fun. So I highly recommend it.
Me and my wife Cindy have been married for 38 years. My wife Cindy has had type 2 diabetes most of her life. Cindy and I both struggle with panic attacks and depression. And Cindy lived in a world of depression. I was diagnosed with sleep apnea approximately 25 years ago. Mine resulted in waking up choking, and it was very much like someone had put a plastic bag over your head and you couldn't breathe. And this has been going on since 1988. I was losing hope that anything would ever change. I was given a book called The Prayer of Freedom. So I started reading it, and its strategies opened up a whole new world for me. I can safely say right now that her diabetes has been healed. In fact, she's probably not doing the right thing, but she's eating cake, and that's pretty exciting because she's no longer taking her medicine. She doesn't have to. The anxiety is gone. The depression is gone. The panic attacks have left. On top of it all, my sleep apnea is gone. And I have officially given away my CPAP machine to a friend of mine because I no longer need it. I am so thankful that I got my hand on this book.
My mission with the Prayer of Freedom is simple: to help people receive breakthrough freedom in healing and restoration. And over the years, I've refined this prayer down so simply that anyone can apply it and make it work in their lives regardless of their background or their religion. And this is about equipping you to take control in your life, to learn how to approach the God of the universe in a way that He actually answers your prayer and sets you free. So if you're ready to experience breakthrough that you've been searching for, then learn more and get your own copy of the Prayer of Freedom today. Simply scan the QR code or visit our website link. Your breakthrough is waiting. All you have to do is to take the next step. Thanks for watching and have a very blessed day.